Hey everybody, this is Aldo Vaperyzetactics. Happy Friday. You know what I'm saying? It is today. It's Friday in April. Pretty much the first week of April. We're enjoying this right now. Apparently, for this weekend coming up, they're expecting snow. I'm so tired of snow. I hate the weather. Thanks, Mother Nature, for fucking up another week. No. Anyways. Um, So I'm giving everybody a shout out and a thank you for following me on, my YouTube. I haven't really posted a lot. I'm still doing a video of me and my friends when we did our workout. It's been a little bit hectic because I haven't really messed with an iPhone the last time. I mean, I just got my iPhone back in say about mid-December. Yeah, about mid-December. And apparently iPhone has really stepped their game up with a lot of graphic detailing, video detailing, and everything. Other than that, like, I'm loving every single bit of my iPhone 6s Plus. It's wonderful. I mean, I gotta give big shout outs to Kai Green, because I never got the chance to give him a big shout out for winning the Arnold Classic. The last time I met him was back in December, back in 2015. He came down to the Warhouse Gym over in St. Lawrence. And everybody, they were lined up to meet him and everything. I got him to sign my 6S Plus. And, I'm about to put that bitch on eBay, see how much I get for it. Yeah. But anything going for that, I'm just going to talk about a few certain things that are going on right now with me. I've been, down a little bit because I had the flu. Anybody who has a flu, they feel like it's the end of the world. But right now I'm feeling great. When I started working out and like getting my health back and started eating a little bit healthier, at the time I was weighing 319 pounds. Right exactly today, since I got home and I weighed myself, I weigh exactly 299 pounds, which is a big start for me. So I got to give a big thanks to all my friends who supported me: Ryan and Brittany Stankovic, Tyler Hurst, Hannah, my boy Mike Pence. I got to give a shout out to my boys, man. Tony Santoro, Andrew Hutchins, and most of all, I got to give a big shout out to two people of all: Daryl and Gloria Maurer. They've always supported me, and me doing my vines and doing all my little comedy skits and my reality skits and, things that I'm always into. I really don't get the chance to express how I feel about certain things. I was sent on an email that somebody was asking me to talk about the politics that is going on. Right now, I'm not in the mood to talk about politics and voting and who I see as president, because no matter who gets picked, I always say it's a fucking puppet on a string. Straight up honest. I always feel like, every person who was a president was a fucking puppet on a string. Like, they'll let you, play around once in a while, but then they'll just draw the line on you. I'm not going to knock, Barack Obama for not doing anything, because he's done a lot. Back then we were in debt with other countries with, like, trillions, thanks to Bush. And, thanks, Junior. And Barack Obama, for the 8 years he had, he dropped us from trillions down to the lower billions. Yeah, like 10 billion, around that category. I know, everybody's like, shit, I'll never even see a trillion in my life. I'll never see a million. I always say that. One day I will. One day I will. And I always tell my friends, the day I become big, we fucking out. Because I'm going to need more people to help me with, my vines, my videos, and my YouTube, baby, I need all the support I can get. I need all the videographers, or whatever the hell that fucking category is called. But most of all, like, for me, how I feel about, the presidential elect and everything, I feel like, maybe it's time for somebody to really make a difference in this country. I'm not going to really get into it, but that's how I feel about it. I think, everybody's like, why do people always have this political feeling that, this election in November is, gonna make a difference? I'm like, well, where I come from, and especially in my hometown, Reading, Pennsylvania, everybody didn't want to vote for the one guy I don't remember his name. I didn't really give a fuck about him. Uh, but everybody voted for Wally Scott. Now, Wally Scott is a guy that he was a judge. Man, he did his fucking part, man. I give him comeuppance. He's been really cracking down on our law. He's been cracking down on a lot of things. You know, especially somebody from Reading, Pennsylvania. I give Wally Scott, heads up, top notch. He's doing his part, keeping safe as possible. Not saying he's changing the world, but he's made Reading a lot better. But besides that, also, there's another letter that my wife wrote down. Thanks to my beautiful wife for writing down some categories for me. My beautiful wife, Emily Rivera, she looks gorgeous, and I wish she didn't have to go to work today, because I would be straight up harassing her. I'm a husband. What do you expect? I love my wife. I won't love nobody as much as I love you, babe. She gonna be like, oh, you gotta embarrass me, stop. Basically on that, right now, everything that's looking on, for the next couple categories and couple of things I want to do as skits, are looking pretty good. Some of my friends did ask me, they're like, hey man, why don't you do some eating skits? Because I know you could probably tear up some food in a quick fucking speed. I was like, I wanted to, but I'm not ready to do none of that yet. And especially, since I'm on my diet and I'm feeling a lot better, I'm not really trying to push on that, especially since I just got off the flu. I'm not pushing myself in that category. But thanks to my beautiful wife, she had a few ideas. She wants to talk about, certain places. And the one thing she wants to talk about is our hometown, Reading. Frankly, within the week, yesterday we had Amy Schumer, if that's how you say her name, the comedian, come to the Reading Area Community College Theater. And she's funny. I love her. I didn't even get a chance to see the movie with her with John Cena in it. I did a skit of her, and I gotta redo that skit so everybody can see that. But she came down. She showed a lot of love. She loved coming up to Reading. That's what I like about her. And she said straight up, she goes, I will come back to Reading in a heartbeat to do a show because everybody loved it. It's not like New York or Philadelphia where people are 50-50 categories or 75-25. Everybody was loving, caring, honest. They asked for autographs, nothing else. That's what they loved about it, because that's how Reading is, baby. We gotta show love to Reading. Also, a big thank you to Miss Katy Perry. She was coming through Reading, Pennsylvania about a week and a half ago. For some reason, she ended up catching a flat. She caught a flat. She was stuck on the highway. She was in the outskirts somewhere. I guess, I don't think 422. I think she was heading out New York way. So I'm thinking probably past Allentown right there in that area. For the time being, they pulled over. They didn't have they needed help because I guess, if you're going to be a driver for somebody famous, you should know what the fuck to do, buddy. But other than that, it was a lot of respect, because a bunch of Reading, Pennsylvanians were driving through. They pulled over. About 3 cars pulled over. Asked them, do you need help? No problem. Dude pulled out the jack. They started jacking it up, getting the tire off, putting in the other tire. She rolled down the window and said, excuse me, I want to say thank you. And when nobody noticed, the one dude went off. He goes, oh my God, you're Katy Perry. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. And Katy Perry really had nothing bad to say about it. She actually said, if I was in California, that would have never happened. People would have drove right by. Fuck you, my friend. Have a good day. Wish you the best. But that's not how it is in Reading, Pennsylvania. And she literally said in her own words, you cannot judge a book by its cover. And for her saying that, I give you a lot of respect, Katie. That was the most wonderful thing you ever said about us. Because most of the Reading, Pennsylvania people who are born and raised here, not just moved, 3, 4, 7 years ago here. I'm talking about people who were born and raised here. Before, Penn Street was a street. Before the hotel that was built on Penn Street as well, right next to the Santander, what used to be the Sovereign Center, was just a parking lot. You know, right before, you know, the IMAX was an old parking lot where they used to have Christian shows at. They'll have people, you know, give people clothing, food, drinks, and then they'll put on a show for everything. For the time being, you know, we have to give a thank you because there's not a lot of Reading, Pennsylvanians out there today that are really shown because of that. And, like, this is the hometown of the father from My Big Fat Greek Wedding. You know, Fred Astaire was here. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't see that. So, when you look at Reading, you know, come inside and see us. Because, you know, a lot of people are brighter than what you think. So, I got to give thank you, Katy Perry. And I hope you do come back to Reading so you can really see how we are. And there's a lot of talent down here. Music, acting, models. People push themselves. And there's a lot of famous people who, you know, you would never know it, that come from Pennsylvania. So for everybody who is here, I hope you like what I'm saying, how I'm feeling about it. Have a good Friday. Also, like, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel, Aldo Vaper Rivera. That's ALDOVAPERRIVERA. If you want to give me a shout out, I'll put the link into my YouTube. Also, check me out on Aldo Vaper Rivera on Facebook, Aldo Vaper Rivera on Instagram, and I do have my Vine, which is Aldo Vaper Rivera as well. So I'll be sharing all them links. I'll be sharing more links for everything that's coming up. And I thank you, everybody who's watching, and I hope to see you again. I hope everything goes good. Have a happy Friday, y'all. A few more months before summer. Take care.